It's been a minute since we've been able to sit down, but it's for good reason. You've been recruiting. You guys had a very exciting postseason run for the first time in 30 years with the Women's Basketball Invitational. Run me through that experience. What was that like for your team to be able to compete?
It was a roller coaster because, you know, right after the Sun Belt Conference tournament, of course, you're kind of having your lows and then you realize you get invited to the WBI, so now you're back on a high. And then you get out there and you got to play back to back to back. Mental exhaustion, but I think it was a priceless experience for our program. To be able to say we're in, you know, that was a huge thing, to be able to play late in March. That's what we always say, we want to be able to play late in March and to compete for a WBI championship. Losing in the semifinals and then of course playing for the consolation was something a little bit different than we're used to. And when win or go home or kind of mindset. So that was a little bit different, but I think all in all, I think our players took a lot away from it. It was an experience of a lifetime. I think we'll be better for it for next season. And so it was great.
Yeah, looking back on the season, you had 20 wins. Again, postseason bid. Do you have any memories that stick out to you looking back?
Several memories. So, and it's not necessarily the on-court wins though. It's the off the court. I was just talking with Eden Johnson in my office not too long ago, and we just talked about just the highs and the lows, the adversity, the great moments, the locker room cheers, the tearful moments in the locker room. You know, there's a lot of things that go on that the fans don't see. And that's why, you know, as a coach, you want it so bad for your team because, you know, the adversity that you experience, but it's the good times. But I would have to say one of my most proud moments, I think, was our 21st win. And that was in postseason play. And so that was the first time again. And so that hit a little bit different because we kind of got over that hump. And the players were super excited to kind of do that for the program.
And that player group, they are a family. I have been able to be around them. They are just a fabulous group of athletes that really have learned under you. You also have Taryn Ward. She is Georgia Player of the Year. We cannot talk about her enough, it seems like. What was her reaction to getting that accolade? And you actually got Georgia Coach of the Year, excuse me, in 2017. So you're in the same club with her. Yeah,
so it's like the teacher and the student's taking over right now. I think it was well deserved, you know, and it's funny, you can never say enough about Taryn. She really loves it. So we could talk about her the whole segment and she'd be perfectly fine with it. But I think it's an honor that, you know, we don't take lightly. And I told her I know she wanted to kind of get Player of the Year in the Sun Belt, but this one hits a little bit different, you know, to be the Atlanta Journal-Constitution Player of the Year out of Division I in the state of Georgia.
That's everyone.
Yes, and I just told her hard work, people are understanding it and seeing it. And so it's not what she always wants, but I always say that's God's plan is different than our plan. And I think it's a well-deserved honor. I'm glad that she was able to receive it. And she actually got it on her birthday.
Oh my goodness.
So I told her 2 days before, I said, I got a good birthday present for you because Chad had told me about it. And she thought I actually spent money, which is illegal to do. But she thought I did it. And my present was to tell her that she was named the Georgia Player of the Year. And so, of course, she absolutely loved it.
I mean, that's a pretty good birthday present.
Yes,
I would want that one.
It was.
So looking at you personally, you now are headed into the off season. Unfortunately, I know you were probably anxiously counting down the days.
Yes.
What is your goal? What will you be working on for your team as a coach? Tell me all of that.
Yeah, first we got a couple of seniors that are going to walk across the stage. So as y'all seen on senior night, I get a little emotional for those type of things.
Rightfully
but to see those two seniors walk across the stage, Janiyah and Taya, is going to be a surreal moment for us. So I'm excited to see them do that. But you know, basketball-wise, we're going to start our postseason workouts. I just put in our team group chat, somebody come by and see me because you kind of miss them. You know, you used to see them every day and now, you know, you don't get to see them as much. But we're going to grind. Our strength conditioning coach, Justin, he's put together a phenomenal plan. And I think the mindset of, you know, losing in that postseason tournament is going to give us a renewed sense of how we have to attack postseason differently. This is separation season. And so we want to separate ourselves now. So come next year, this time, we'll be ready for that.